Hi Flosstube, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my sewing room. If you've not been here before, my name is Catherine and I'm so happy that you had time to join me today. If you are a sampler lover and you like Hands Across the Sea, I would like you to stick around because I've got a great giveaway in a few minutes. Now, this is going to be short and sweet. I'm not going to go into all of my whips. I'm not even going to go into all of my Hands Across the Sea whips. This is simply for things that I've finished, and then I'm going to talk about the giveaway. So I have some beautiful finishes here. Not all of them are framed. That's okay, they're still pretty. I'm gonna do my best to just tell you the specifics of the fabric and the flosses that I used. And I don't have all the charts out here. They're all tucked away. Someday I'll do like a whole chart parade of the Hands Across the Sea things that I've collected. Way more than I probably will ever have time to stitch in my lifetime, but I do love to collect them nonetheless. Now, if you're not familiar with Hands Across the Sea, they're a great company out of the UK, and they create these absolutely exquisite sampler reproduction charts. So you can stitch these gorgeous samplers that these young women, young girls, sometimes young men have stitched, and you can recreate them for your home as well. So I'm going to show you just a couple of my favorites here. This one is, and where you can get them. Now this one, I'm not sure that you can get this too easily. This was an exclusive for a Stitch in Time in Hobart, and it is a stitch in time. And this is on a piece of 40 count Dusty Road by Seraphim, and I believed I used tulip flosses, tulip colorway in a belle soie floss. So it's a silk, which, let's see if I can get that for you. There you go. One of my favorite. It just, I love the way the alphabet looks. I love the motifs, and of course at the bottom it says a stitch in time, saves 9. And just the way it's all run together there, that font, it's almost like a secret coded message for us stitchers. And again, 40 count Dusty Road by Seraphim. And just for, you know, your, so you can compare, this is Parchment by Weeks Dye Works on my stocking there. So that'll tell you, this is more of a grayish, and that's warmer. I love the grays, especially with reds. Very, very pretty. Okay, let's go on. This one, again, one of my favorites. This is on a piece of 40 count Geo Vanilla, which is by Tropical Stitches, another great dyer and out of Florida. And this is Harriet Goddard. A beautiful petite narrow sampler. I can't wait to frame this and put this up. This would be great on a sampler wall, which I am planning. I don't have it quite yet put together, but I have plans. Look at how beautiful. I love the alphabets when they're multicolored like that. I love all the motifs. The dog, the deer. Look at those spotted deer. They're so cute. And let me pull it back. I'm trying to be very careful. And you can see the Geo Vanilla, how delicate the modeling is. And again, with the warm parchment, what that looks like, it's very creamy. Love this. Love, love, love it. Oh, next up, this one is great. If I could wear this, I would wear it. Which, okay, Florence Mary Dickinson. Now, a lot of people are stitching this right now. My friend Sarah from Sarah's Stitchy Spot and Judy Stitching Bunny. I know they have a stitch along going. A lot of people have finished and framed. All right, so let's talk about this. This is Victoria Clayton hand-dyed fibers, as was the Harriet Goddard. That was Victoria Clayton as well, the silks that I used. This is a piece of Lakeside Linen Vintage Pearled Barley, and it's a 40 count, which I find the Victoria Clayton silks look so good on a 40 count, the way they fill in. Let me get close for you. Really, really, really. And, you know, I think a lot of people have talked about the border being a challenge because there's so many different color changes. But honestly, that's what makes it so beautiful. All the colors. And yeah, I'm in love with this. Let me back up one more time. Oh, so pretty. Okay. Moving on. All right, I've got a couple in frames here. So we'll start with a small one. So this is Florence Law, and you might know it from Waste Not, Want Not. Now I just kind of framed it myself, and it's really just, it needs to be redone at some point, but I just wanted to get it in a frame and get it up in my sewing room. So this is what it is. Let me see if I can remember what this is on. I know it's warmer. I know it's a 40 count. It might be on parchment. The Weeks Dye Works parchment. I think that's what that is. If it's not that, it's pretty close. And you can see it says Waste Not, Want Not. Florence Law. And I put my initials down here. Super sweet. And a super quick stitch this was. It's small. Okay, this one is Jessie Watson. Now, I believe I started Jessie Watson. This was an exclusive. Is it an exclusive? No, I think you can get this still. So I also want to say, anything that you can still get, I will link Hands Across the Sea website below. And I don't get kickbacks from anybody. Whenever I put links down there, it's just to help you out, to help out a stitcher. So if you are looking for some of these things and you want a quick link to it, they'll be down there. So Jessie Watson, and this is a 36 count, and so this is what, oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about the bird clock. Okay, so Jessie Watson. So this is a case of me realizing that I like the Victoria Clayton silks on a 40 count rather than 36. I used Victoria Clayton. I used a 36 count. I think it's Silk Weaver vintage or buttercream. I believe this is what I'm doing this on, or did it on. And the colors look great, but it's a little bit lighter. So what, and also what I did, and I've talked about this before with the house, because I knew by the time I got most of it done, and certainly the border, I knew that it wasn't the coverage that I wanted, but I wanted the house to pop a little bit more. So what I did is when I was doing my X's on the house, on the red part of the house, I double crossed the last leg of my X. So I made the first leg, and then I did the second leg twice on all of that, and it just made it stand out just a little bit more, that checkerboard house. Again, beautiful, beautiful. And I framed this myself. My husband helped me. We're getting a little bit better about cutting the frames down and gluing them together. It's just the time, right? It's just getting the time to do that, because I have to lace it first. I like to lace. So I need to get with the program and get more of it done. But again, here's the border is beautiful and simple, and I love the alphabet. I couldn't love it more. I just love the multicolored alphabets make me very happy. So that's Jessie Watson, and yeah, a lot of fun. And again, another eyelet heart. This is Ann Morrison, and this was from Traditional Stitches. Let me see. Up in Canada. It was an exclusive, I believe that's what that was for. So you, again, sometimes on the secondary market, but I think that's the only place that you're going to find Ann Morrison. And again, another eyelet heart. And just a little tip for eyelet hearts, if you're looking to do something like that, it's way easier to start in the middle and work your way out it just feels like it gives you more space. I used the call for DMC, and I used 37 count Russian tea cake for this, and I believe Jessie Watson is on. That's not no, never mind. That is Ann Morrison. So these two framed pieces right now are living up here in my sewing room, but I'm planning to start a sampler wall, and that's where they will live eventually. Okay, one more. This is a biggie. Drum roll. So this is Annendelle, and I completed this on a 36 count vintage pearled barley. And again, this is like one of the first samplers I ever did. I just loved it so much, and when she re-released it to everybody, I jumped on it, and I got both Anne and Isabella, and I hope to stitch Isabella. But this was Anne. And 36 count, I used all the call for Avera Soie d'Alger silks, which look fantastic on this, I gotta say. And I know a lot of people get hung up on this part here, the cartouche that has the satin stitch. It's really not that hard. The hardest part for me was counting out the outline, but once you get that part done, it's just a piece of cake. And that's, you can kind of see. Let me see if I can get you. I am so proud of this piece. There are mistakes in it, and I've talked about this in great detail on past floss tubes, but it still remains maybe my favorite sampler that I've ever done. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you can stitch this too. A lot of people are stitching this right now. If I was to stitch it again, I probably would use a 40 count. And yeah, just because you can see how large this is. But the vintage pearl barley, I really like it with this. A lot of people are using lighter colors, which it looks fantastic on anything you do it on. But I wanted the lighter color to pop a little bit more, and that's what I feel the vintage pearl barley gave me. It's hard to stop showing this. I love this so much, and I know it's crazy that I don't have this framed yet, but I feel like this was the one I was going to send to Total Framing. So yeah, I just haven't yet, but now I look at it, I just want to put it up here. So those are my finishes, and I know I'm only 13 minutes in, and that's a good thing. So now I can talk about this. So a lot of people jumped on the Facebook group that's Friends of Hands Across the Sea. If you're not a member of that, I highly suggest you join that. This one is for Queen of the May. So my giveaway today, let me explain why. First of all, I have this fantastic giveaway. So I jumped on the Hands Across the Sea Friends Facebook group, and Nicola Parkman was doing a pre-order for Elizabeth Stevenson, Queen of the May. And if you ordered from Nicola Parkman, then you would get the 2 fabric panels. There's a small panel of this and a larger panel of this for your project bag or a pin keep, something like that. So I really, really wanted to do that, and I jumped on board. So I ordered it, and I just kind of calmed down, and I have a lot of things to stitch, so I thought I'll just stitch other things until it shows up. Well, some time passed, and I hadn't received it yet, and I did want to start it for, not May, but, oh yes, Queen of the May, right? So I wanted to start it in May. And so I sent Nicola Parkman an email, and I asked if she could trace the package and she said, well, I'm out of the country right now. She was, I believe, in Tasmania. I could be wrong about that. But she was either in Australia or Tasmania, or maybe she was doing both. But she sent me the PDF so I could get a start on it right away. So hallelujah. So I got a start on it, and then I just really didn't think much about it. And then another month passed, and my friend Angie got hers. I had other friends in the area that had gotten theirs. Now, I live out in the middle of the country, so sometimes things get lost, or they get put in the wrong mailbox sometimes. Anyway, long story short, I did contact her and said, I would love to get this, still the chart, and I really wanted the fabric panels so I could make a project bag. And so kindly, she resent me the chart and the panels, and I got them. I started stitching like crazy, and all was great. Fast forward, I mean, slow back, whatever you want to look at, 5 months after she had sent the original package, the lost chart showed up perfectly intact. It didn't even, it looked like it had gotten lost in the post office. It was absolutely pristine. Everything in it was perfect. And I'm like, my lost chart and all these, and the fabric panels, oh my gosh. So I contacted her and I said, listen, this showed up. Would you like me to send it back? I'm happy to do that. And she graciously gave me permission to do a giveaway here. So thanks to Nicola Parkman, we have a giveaway today from Hands Across the Sea for Queen of the May. So this is Elizabeth Stevenson, 1854. If you're looking for this in the United States, you can get it from the Attic Needlework in Mesa, and I know that they'll kit it up for you there too. I'm doing this, I chose to do this on a piece of 40 count needle and flax dirty teacup, which it looks great on that, and I'm just using the DMC. Fantastic, her DMC conversions are. But if you want to do it in silk, you know that you can do that as well. So this is only for the chart, but I did make a project bag to go with it. So this is the project bag I made, and I took a cue from, I'm going to talk about this for a second. On here is a pink deer, so I made a pink project bag with, I think this is a Lori Holt fabric, and I quilted the back, and then on the inside I have the Blackbird Design sampler fabric. So this will come along with your chart, and I'll probably tuck a few extra little goodies in there with it. Now I made this quite a big bag because this is a little bit longer of a chart. It would fit probably in a normal size bag, but I just wanted to give you plenty of room to pack all of your, all your pieces that you need for this. I do believe this, I think I got a fat half of dirty teacup, and I ended up cutting off. I still have quite a bit, but I think you need a fat half of 40 count, but you could also get a special cut probably from the attic. They'll probably cut it directly for you. So again, this giveaway today is for the chart, the bag, and I'll probably send a couple extra things just for you. So the word that you're going to use today, first of all, I'd love it if you could tell me what you're stitching on. If you want to tell me your favorite Hands Across the Sea sampler that you like, or if it's this, if you can't wait to get your hands on this. I'd also like to hear if you plan to participate in Sampler September, or if you did Sampler Summer like a lot of us did. So the word you're going to use is queen, for Queen of the May, and you can use that in a sentence, or you can just put the word queen, and that's what I will search for. So again, thank you to Nicola Parkman, thank you to Hands Across the Sea. I am so grateful for their beautiful samplers, and I'm so grateful for her incredible generosity in giving this to us. Okay, And what I'll do is I will come back the first week in September, and I'm going to open this up to the world. I mean, since it came all the way from England and she sent it twice, the least I can do is open it up for everybody. So if you would like to do this, just put the word queen, and I will do a random comment picker, and I'll announce it the first week in September. I have to be a little vague because next week we're getting solar installed on our property, and there's going to be 3 days without power. I'm getting out of here. So I'm going to be gone for a few days. So it'll be the first week in September. So again, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for seeing some of my favorite things. I wish you all the best and send you tons of stitching love. Bye everybody. See you soon.